This week on My Time to Talk,
it does make you like, oh my goodness. So like faking blood on clothing. Yeah, apparently that's what they said, that they're getting death threats and everything.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Tracing.
Oh, that's right.
Tracing Shepherd. He's out there giving statements. Like, I'm not the one that thinking he's out there.
That's Trevon with a TV.
Tracing.
My Time to Talk.
Welcome. How's your week been, Mom?
Well, not that good, but not that bad. Not that bad. You know what I mean? It's like when you get to a certain age, it's like, am I feeling any pain today?
Oh,
not too bad.
Yeah,
so
true.
that becomes your
barometer for how
you know. So how good? So how are you? Well,
alhamdulillah, I can't complain.
You've got your things.
You have to say alhamdulillah for both the good and the bad, as they say. So that's that. I'm okay. I'm good.
So let's start and let's have a
quick update.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll start with the Micheal Ward case. Not guilty. Apparently broke down in tears when the verdict was read. I think even from our breakdown of it, we kind of was leaning towards that they were going to be saying not guilty. But just because even the bits that we heard seemed a little bit like wishy-washy.
Yeah.
And again, it's just very hard for somebody to then say like, yeah, that's definitely true, that's not true. But
because there was a lot of apparently, like not being in the court case yourself, but apparently there was a lot of lying and miscommunication, and her saying that everything was fine. And
well, that's it. Like when we started to think it, because if you bring it up, some of the actual comments now that have come out that were made in the thing, it does make you like, oh my goodness. So like faking blood on clothing. Apparently they found out that it was ketchup on his clothes, that she said she had blood evidence, and then it turned out that it wasn't blood at all.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
This is after she's told her mum that she bled from the front and the back passage and that there was blood on her clothes. So that clearly wasn't true.
I'll never be able to get that out of my mind.
I'm sorry. She messaged before and after and whilst on holiday, even though she told friends that she wasn't messaging him, but that he kept messaging her. This is what she was saying. Apparently she had a boyfriend or was in a situationship at the time. So then it brings into the thing of,
did her boyfriend do
that,
something?
or you know what I mean? Or did she say that because she's got a boyfriend?
Because she's got a boyfriend, she doesn't want to be seen as a slag.
Apparently, he asked her to message, tell me when you get in, and she did message him to let her know that she got home safe. She went back and forth on statements as to whether there was consensual oral sex or not. Clearly deleted messages. The promoter of the event apparently texted her and her friends on the to see how the night was and to send any videos, and she said that the night was good, but she didn't take as many pictures as she wanted to. So there was just, I think the prosecution was building up that case that there was multiple times, because even with the boyfriend he was messaging and she never said anything to him either. She said she didn't know Ward but recognised him from films. But then the prosecution was able to show that she'd previously Googled him and screenshot pictures of him and put in the group chat with their friends. And then when she got there, she was like, apparently her and Micheal Ward came at a very similar time to the event. And she said to her friends, like giggling, oh, so what was the chances that I was the first girl that he spoke to? And that she was really happy about that that was the encounter. Numerous friends said that, she was happy after she came back after the first encounters. Other friends said that she wasn't, like she seemed a little bit off. But I think overwhelmingly with those kind of things put together,
Yeah, that doesn't make a good
it
case,
doesn't
does
make
it?
a good case at all for the prosecution. And apparently she didn't go straight away. This was like a case that was made 18 months later. I thought it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought she went straight to police, but apparently no.
goodness.
Like she'd went on holiday to Sweden and all of this kind of stuff. And obviously, as I said, that can all happen. But coupled with everything, that's where it's like it's starting to feel a little bit like,
oh, this is not
set
true.
up. Yeah. So, hopefully he can get his career back on track. He's very, very talented, and do you know what I mean? We do know that these things make it harder for people.
But I think that's the intention. I actually do think that's the intention. It's like the Michael Jackson thing. Because you've never had an adult life, so to speak. You trust children more than you trust adults. And then you're going to be saying things that the world would probably agree with. You know what I mean? It's like, let's find something to get this man out of the public eye, and then it's like, it's got to be sexual because we're never going to get any other way. Do you know what I mean? If we say that he's a black nigger, it's just going to be racist. So let's just go for the child thing and ruin his life, so to speak. And that's what they probably did. But what they realized was that it wasn't making any difference. Do you know what I mean? He was about to do a concert that everybody was still waiting for. And that just made them think, well, I think anyway, that just made them think, like, what do we have to do to get rid of this man? You know what I mean? What do we have to do? And sure enough, find somebody to kill him, basically. You know what I mean? And that's the same with any of these people. They're going to find somebody that can do something to ruin them. Do you know what I mean? And like, God forbid that he actually just got away with rape. But do you know what I mean?
It. Like, obviously everybody has an opinion. I personally don't believe it. Reading all of that, I don't believe that he did anything. I feel like he was very stupid, and let's hope that he learns his lesson. Maybe you need to have like actual written consent, or maybe
sign his paper before we do anything.
Maybe.
Well, why are you doing
especially
something
when you're
on the first night that you've met somebody anyway?
That's what I'm saying. But again, like as we said, let's not rehash. But the men and the women, like, let's not like be putting ourselves in these situations where, as you said, like when one night and then you're thinking you've got, even if you're thinking, it's just
got your life to ruin, because you could have been in prison for 12 years or something like that. If it was anybody else, if he was white, he
might have been remanded as well, though. That's if it wasn't him, like maybe he would have been remanded, and then nobody can give you that however long it's taken for this to come to trial. Like whether it's a year, 2 years, you would have spent that in prison. Even if you then found not guilty, you still lost a lot of your prospects and your life, and like whether you got children, family, like you're still missing out on stuff. So let's just not put ourselves in these situations. The same with ladies, like just let's stop putting ourselves in these kind of situations. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that was that. And then a quick update on the Nolan Wells case as well. So there's been a lot of speculation online, hasn't there? Like it's just every day there seems to be something else. How true it all is the point, isn't it? And I suppose it's for investigators to kind of look into whether they're actually doing a good job or not. I don't actually know. There's a lot of talk of, obviously this judge lady, one of the mums, knowing a lot of the prosecutors, the investigators, the woman that apparently did the post-mortem. There's 2 other cases of black boys that have drowned that she's just
said that
it's just thinking like she's not even investigated it properly.
A 13-year-old boy, friends pushed him in the creek in Mississippi. Guess who was the medical examiner who covered it up? Ding, 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 ding. Stacy fucking Turner again. Crump, this is 0 for 3 for Stacy. The brother of this kid just came in my inbox. Stacy Turner told this family that they don't perform autopsies on drowning victims. So this family again had to pay out of pocket, bring their child to a different state for a private autopsy. Stacey Turner, you are public enemy number one in my book.
People have found out. You trust the internet, like they will go deep.
They will go
literally.
deep.
Like I feel a lot of people miss their calling on the internet because they literally
Find out information.
they find out
like,
the
how do
most
they know
information.
that?
Like talking about the Coast Guard and like they go in.
But they're actually though the investigation looks a bit timid
to me.
It can be even if the man drowned, even if he drowned by not foul circumstances, it still warrants an investigation. When somebody drowns in unusual circumstances,
and they're a young person,
they drown. They haven't just like somebody's gone in after them and then they drown. You found a body.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You found a body that has drowned. Isn't that a reason to have an investigation anyway?
So, yeah.
Whether it was done with ill intent or not, you know what I mean? Isn't it time to have an investigation anyway? So we can just clear all this up. I mean, why would a parent have to go and have their own autopsy? Do you know what I mean? Why would they have to have their own autopsy if they could trust
their government,
the system? If they could trust what the system is, you can't.
Exactly. There's been a lot of there was a picture of a pool party that apparently Nolan's in the pool party, and a lot of the other people that they're saying are involved are in this picture as well. So there was this talk of is that why his phone was pinging back on land, and that he did make it back from the island, was at this pool party, and then something's happened. All this, there's been so many different takes on TikTok. I don't know where they would have got this information from to say that he was beaten and then drowned and then his body was done back. Like, I feel like, there's a lot of speculation and unverified speculation going on. There's a friend that is doing the rounds at the moment that has apparently spoken out because they're all in fear for their lives and this is really affecting them all. That's what they said, that they're getting death threats and everything.
Really?
Yeah, his name is Trayston.
Trayston Shepherd. There's death threats.
He's out there giving statements like, what the big, like, what was, I'm not the one that thinking, he's out there.
That's Trevon with a TV.
Trayston. So he says the video of the argument that's happening on the thing he's saying that that's him, and he's having an argument with somebody that wasn't part of their group.
And they've got one that actually shows that whole thing closer. And then somebody came on and says that is not that place altogether. That is a different argument altogether.
But then somebody apparently on a boat that said that their boat is the one that's being captured. When they do the slow-mo, they said, that picture is my boat and that voice is coming from my boat. This person said, really? There was an argument, one of our friends got drunk and they were shouting, that's where the shouting is coming from. So which one is it? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So again, that just seems weird. He says, that's me yelling. There was no talk about a phone in that video. Nolan wasn't on the island. And then he continues, all our friends are out there, because when he's now talking about why he wouldn't have had his phone. So he said, all our friends are out there. Who would we be communicating with? We are in salt water. We're not in fresh water. I don't know what's that got to do with it. When Nolan got in the water, he puts his phone on the boat dash along with probably 15 other phones. So he's saying that's why they still had his phone and he had gone off to speak to this girl. They're spooning the narrative.
Yeah, but what's the first thing that you pick up when you're going to leave the scene?
If you're leaving and they're leaving on their boat, then
yeah,
surely you would take
you're going to take your phone.
because at some point you're going to be on land again, aren't you?
Yeah.
So he's saying now they tried to spin a narrative talking about Attorney Ben Crump and the other investigators that the parents have hired. They're trying to spin a narrative that's not there. He's wrong talking about Ben Crump, Attorney Ben Crump.
Yeah.
I understand Wells' parents are grieving, and I really think he's taken a little bit advantage of that. And I don't like that. I really don't, because they're vulnerable. Everybody just needs to relax and let everybody mourn the loss of Nolan and let us remember him as a sweet guy he was and not something that we're scared of because of the trauma we've had. If Ben Crump is doing his own investigation, then let him do it, and then let the sheriff's office conclude their investigation and figure out the facts on their end. Let us all know the truth instead of jumping to conclusions.
And you know why? What they're saying, that he's saying that because he's been paid.
Well,
he's been paid.
I don't know,
and he just wants to override everything. But it seems more plausible to me. Anyway.
I don't know. Like, I don't, because obviously they're saying that he's saying that that pool party picture was from the week prior.
Yeah.
Again, like, I don't believe that whole scenario. I just feel like any investigator worth their salt, then obviously we don't know what it is that they've got into and whatnot, but the amount of people that was at that party, I'm sure somebody would have come forward at this point.
Somebody would have took a video. Somebody's always videoing
and again,
something.
even in that picture, he's the only black kid. Yeah. So I'm sure somebody would have been like, well, Nolan was at a party on land after like, I'm sure somebody would have. So I do believe that that
proper picture, not something in the distance.
Yeah,
or...
I do believe that's either an old photo. It's probably not even Nolan in the photo.
No, I don't think it is. It's got a smaller head and everything. You know, I mean, hair grows, but if it was supposed to be the same day, you know, the boy he's got shorter hair than Nolan.
So yeah, I just feel like it's going to be another one of those that we probably will just.
So you just start to forget about.
Never know. Yeah.
You know, and life moves on, and that is the shame, because they have got videos of people pushing away, saying "swim, boy, swim," and for another instant for somebody else, and like a white family had to bring this boy onto their boat because his friends were stopping him from getting on their supposed friends' boat. And you know what I mean? And they're shouting, swim, swim, go on, practice. And you know what I mean? So you really don't know. And now I've seen today a video of a man saying, yeah, we did kill him, and we will carry on killing them as well. You know what I mean? And it was just like, okay, is that an advertisement for you know, racist white guys to actually think that, oh, we've got a group that we can join? Or is it true? Because everybody knows that some people who do killings, they love to eventually come out with it to get the notoriety. You can never tell. You can never tell.
That's what I'm thinking. Even
what
with
is
this
true
boy,
and
I'm not
what's
saying
not.
that he's done anything, but some people are just attention seekers.
That's it.
That's I'm like, oh, suddenly, you know, why? If you're getting death threats, as you say, why are you coming out with your big old?
Why am I spelling your name?
Yeah,
you know,
and giving statements to like the news, like. Just shut your mouth then. And he said he's spoken to investigators. So why are you coming forward and making a statement if you're getting death threats? That doesn't make no sense to me. So some people are just attention seekers as well. So I wouldn't like just trust everything that he's saying, but there's some of the stuff that he's saying that definitely makes sense. Just in terms of the pool party and stuff. So yeah, we'll obviously still keep an eye on it and see how it develops.
It's going to be a long time before it's finishing.
One of those like Kendrick Johnson type cases, like the Shanquilla case and the Tamla case.
I mean, like the Shanquilla has been 4 years. 4 years, and she was on video being beaten up, and it's still been 4 years, and nobody's been arrested. So if he's not on video, what chance does he stand if somebody has done something to him? They know they're people, you know what I mean? They know his mother, one of them's mother is a judge. There's no way that she can't tell him how to
navigate the system.
To navigate the system. There's no way that she can't do that for him. So we'll keep you updated as much as we can.
But back to the UK.